Today is July 20th, 2026. This is Random with your other news. So, in light of recent events, I'm soon to have very slow stuff, and because of that, I'm going to be doing something new. I will be doing monthly updates on ASIMs I want to play. Mostly because there are about a dozen I want to play and spread their names because they look pretty cool to me. On here, you can expect to see Petals and Plagues, Parish Song, Termination Protocol, Another Chaos, Ringbound, Outcome Remastered, Multigeddon, Terror Realm, Robloxia Blocks and Chaos, Tennis TV Torment, Calamity's Ruin, if I decide so. Additionally, I'll be doing some slop too, such as today I will rank those ASIMs that I listed, and yeah, pretty much just doing stuff. I'll still be doing Torment Project news, which you'll find a link to below. And before I go, I do need some input. I do want to name this, but I can't exactly name it Slop because it doesn't rhyme with M. I was thinking monthly manure, but I'm open to suggestions. Now to the Slop segment, the ASIM tier list.
Alright, so we're making a tier list because tier lists are fun, and I guess just tier lists are fun. So we're going to be ranking ASIMs that I am in and kind of want to play at some point when they do release. And then the second one, I just kind of made it on the fly. I was just uploading screenshots and that just happened. Alright, so first off is Calamity's Ruin. Unfortunately, I'm not in a server, but it has looked pretty peak so far. From what I have seen, seems pretty interesting. The Juggernaut style of being a Delta Rune ASIM, and the themes have sounded great, and Rory is no longer a fraud. So I am going to put this in S. In fact, I'm actually just going to name these two Peak. Maybe peak. Simply, possibly peak. Not as peak. Not peak. And not peak. Alright. This is a special tool for a little bit later. And anyway, next up is Torment Project. And sure, I may do news on it, but I'm putting it in maybe peak because, well, it seems pretty interesting. It's a Toho ASIM, which I like Toho, of course. But there also isn't much to it. That does knock it a little. And I guess that also goes for another one that I forgot to put on here, but also Incident Remnants. There's also no Discord for it, so can't congregate everything. But the themes have sounded interesting. Art looks great, but there isn't much to it, so I can't exactly judge it well. Next is Parish Song, a Pokemon ASIM. From what I've seen, the designs are fantastic. They look great. Aside from that, it's also just... It's a Pokemon ASIM. It's a new idea. Can't exactly argue there. I guess, yeah, it's a Pokemon ASIM. There's not much you can go wrong with. I guess there is stuff you can go wrong with, but it is also pretty interesting. The models are great, and I like it so far. Seems pretty close to being... or showing some gameplay. I'd also move this down to possibly peak, because we have so little for it, but it does look pretty nice. Next up is Ringbound, which immediately is going in peak because for one, it's an ASIM that is good. That covers, maybe not covers, but shows off some lesser known ones. Some of them I didn't even know. And it also has some pretty interesting mechanics from what I've seen so far. So you know what? It's pretty high on the list. Next is Outcome Remastered, which not as peak because it's an Outcome Memories remaster. But from what I've seen, it's actually pretty interesting, and they also have a pretty interesting direction, as well as it has an open test server, so there's a lot to go for it. But again, it's an Outcome Memories remaster, not much to work with there. Next is Petals and Plagues, another one that has very little to it, but looks interesting so far. So you know what, I'm putting it in possibly peak because you know what, it's pretty nice. Next is Multigeddon. This one I covered a while back, but it is also seem pretty cool from what I've seen. It's Sonic ASIMs, but it has Omega to start with. And some of the stuff that I've seen is also pretty interesting. So I'm going to put it in maybe peak. Now, Termination Protocol. And it's simply for the fact that one, its art style is great. Two, the themes sound fantastic. And it's in its own special tier above everything else because it makes a Titanfall reference with Cool Kid, the literal walking Titanfall reference. Need I say more? Next is another Chaos, which I'm actually going to put in peak because from what I've seen, it's actually the art style is fantastic. It's more of a Sonic the Fighters art style, which is pretty interesting. I will say that the roster is also pretty good as well, and it also has Xenophanes, something that I haven't seen yet in Sonic ASIMs. Maybe for good reason, but you know what? I don't care. It's a new face, so it's pretty interesting. Bloxia Blocks and Chaos is one I will put in possibly peak, because while there may be a lot to see, it might not be my cup of tea. Might also not be particularly an ASIM, so there's that as well. Anyway, Terra Realm is going in peak. It's not just because of bias, because of the whole, we already have the playtest for it, so I already have opinions about it. But the art style is fantastic. The few times I've seen the Recode progress, the updates they've had, is pretty interesting as well. And they seem to be going in pretty interesting of a direction, so you know, I'm pretty interested in it. Like I wasn't already, but you know. I'm more interested now than I was about it when I first heard about it. And lastly for today is Tennis TV Torment. Another one that I'm going to be putting in peak because same as Calamity's Ruin, it's a Delta Renaissance, new face, so you know, it's pretty interesting. Additionally, the art style is pretty good from what I've seen, and the themes as well. That's all the, yeah, that's it. That's all the ASIMs I wanted to rank. This has been Random with your other news, soon to be called Monthly Manure or something else. See you next time, which possibly will be next month.